What's up, yo? What's up, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. We 5 minutes late. Wait for the game to end. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Uh, this is a hmm man oh man. This was nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty work. But let me sip my coffee here. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Uh, the air got sucked out of the building, man. Once Gardner Minshew threw that pick, man, the air got sucked out of the building, man. It's terrible, man. Terrible effing work, man. Terrible effing work. And the only good news today is that Artifact said is that he saved $500 by switching to Geico. And look, guys, I'm not gonna come on here and go ballistic just yet because I don't have to. We talking straight factuals in here, yo. Straight facts. Straight effing facts. Salute to my brother, Justin Sane, in the place, man. Embarrassing, nasty work, man. God damn it. Excuse my language, everybody. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm pissed, but I'm trying to keep my composure because look, I gotta be like water here. I got, like Bruce Lee said, be like water. I'm rolling with the tide here. I don't want to be inconsistent on my analysis of this team, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is effing terrible. But yeah, guys, look, I got to get this thing started the proper way, man. I got to get this thing started the proper way, y'all. Yo, and before we get started, man, shout out to BetUS. You know, this podcast is sponsored today by BetUS. Get up to 150% of your first deposit up to $2,000, and your next two deposits up to 125% up to $2,000. So your first three deposits, you get a bonus using YouTube 150. Everybody, shout out to BetUS. It is our proud sponsor. We support them, and I support this message. You guys going over there and check BetUS out. But guys, this is nasty work. But look, we got to go on in here. We got to start this podcast the right effing way. The right effing way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, I got a list of people that I'm going to read the riot act to. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm not going to come out here and just blame Gardner Minshew. I'm not going to just blame anybody. But I'm going to tell y'all the two things that sucked the momentum out of this damn game. The game's still going on. It is academic at this point. That pick six sucked the momentum out of this game. And if you guys realize something, the team couldn't tackle anybody in the second half, right? And there was a pinnacle note in this game where the defense started to careen off the cliff. And it's when Christian Wilkins and Adam Butler was celebrating, and Christian Wilkins got hurt, and now he's not coming back to the game, and we don't know what's wrong with Christian Wilkins. Now, I said this last week or a couple weeks ago when I see Christian Wilkins leapfrogging over Max Crosby's head. These guys are making millions of dollars. Millions. And they're playing. Look, it's cool to have fun, but you got to keep the main thing the main thing. You can't be doing shit like that. You can't. You can't. So if you look at why this defense looks different, it's because Christian Wilkins wasn't out there. It's effing ridiculous. We got over 300 in a row. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Bully face. This is not an AP issue, nor is it a Gruden McDaniel issue. The commonality has been ownership. We have to start calling it is what it is. Bully face, yeah, no, right? Once you roll with the decision and you give whomever the responsibility of stewarding this team, once you do that, so on the guys who are in control, who's driving the car. If Mark give you the keys to the car, he ain't out there coaching, he ain't out there playing, he ain't taking no snaps. At the end of the day, the things that laugh make you cry sometimes. They asked for this. They asked for this. The players asked for Antonio Pierce. Players asked for this. Now, if you want to talk about mistakes, these mistakes and the way that this organization has been playing lately has not just happened in a vacuum. It has not happened in a vacuum. So when you go back and you start looking at, and I'm not going to go into the histrionics of the dysfunction of the Raiders right now. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, man. We've done that enough. We've done that F enough, man. But when you want to go back and start talking about the histrionics of what happened here, bro, look none other than the decision to not move up in the draft and draft a damn quarterback. Point blank, period. You have some people, they will come on here and they will tell you, oh, we should have got Harbaugh. If you're Jim Harbaugh, look at the guys we got under center here. Look at these two guys. Look, Aiden O'Connell's a young kid. I'm not going to shit all over Aiden O'Connell. Gardner Minshew is what he is. He's a journeyman backup. At no uncertain times should this fucking guy be starting. Excuse my language out there. I know it's probably 4 p.m. If there are children watching, excuse me with the F-bombs. But I'm emotional right now. Shout out to the 400 and something of you guys in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit them likes. Hit them subs up. Thumbs up. Share this thing out all over social media. Nasty effing work, man. Defensive pre-snap penalties. Defensive pre-snap penalties. Also, an issue this game. J-Rob. Special teams. What the F are you doing? This is what happens when you have a blurring of the line of demarcation of coach, friend, disciplinarian. Listen, it's cool to relate to your players. But when you start having issues like we've had, these are discipline issues here. These are discipline issues. And I think that is the reason why Antonio Pierce took such a hard line with Adams. He was calling the team out and all this other stuff because he has to reset the expectations and recalibrate this room, or he's not going to have a job. Now, I don't want to see Antonio Pierce get fired. I don't, because a part of the reason that the Raiders are dysfunctional, you show me a team who fires their coach and their GM all the time, and I'll show you a bad football team. And that's what we are, because you have different ideologies. You have different ideologies. When people come in here, they have different ideologies, and the players that are here might not jive with the ones who left and all this other crap. It's unbelievable. Un-effing believable. It's an effing beatdown. A fresh can was opened up here. My guy, DeMokes. Minshew is a booger eater. It all makes sense now. Shout out to my guy, DeMokes. Winning meaningless games at the end of last season is what cost us. It made it near impossible to move up. The domino effect there to where we are now. Shout out to LS with the $5 smash, yo. My guy, JR. What happened to this team? It's not just Luke Getsy's fault, bro. What about Antonio Pierce calling a timeout before the half? Right? But then Antonio Pierce doesn't, he punts on 4th and 2 from the 42 of Denver. Then the offense gets the ball with under 2 minutes on their own end. Schematically, some of the decisions have been horrendous. Horrendous. So who's to blame? What's the cause of all of this? What is the cause of all of this? You tell me. You tell me. Devastator says AAP's to blame. We have not retained ownership of the Donkeys, and it makes me sick. There's a lot of blame to go around. There's a lot of blame to go around. Yo, Aunt Banks is saying blame Mark Davis. Everybody, listen. This is dumpster juice all over. People say the team quit. Bro, the defense was out there. The air got let out of this building, man. They say energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It just transmute. Gardner Minshew gave this team a nut shot by throwing a pick that deep. You're threatening to score. You're right there. And you throw the football, and it's a bad, because, yo, he had Brock Bowers there. Bad ball placement. We talked about that this morning. But the biggest problem, and shout out to my guy Crypto, not getting a quarterback. Now, we're saying we need Devontae. Listen, I don't want to hear that. If Devontae don't want to be here, Devontae can go. I know I heard what C. Woods say. I respect it. That's Charles Woodson, for God's sakes. I hear what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying, oh, look at this, look at that. Listen, man, if he won out, let him go, and let's move on. I don't want anybody who don't want to be here. I don't want anybody who don't want to be here, bro. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. But everything was fine until Minshew threw that pick six. And then the guy has the effing nerve to be on the sideline digging for gold up his nose. Mining for boogers on the sideline. Disgusting. Effing buck. What kind of trailer trash foolishness is going on in Raider Nation, god darn it? My guy Raider OGP with the $10 smash. AP's laugh experience of head coaching the show, and is not even funny. And it does start at the top with our problems. But Gardner's misses have killed us. F. Adams is bigger than the wide receiver, y'all. It's always been bigger than that, bro. It's always been bigger than a wide receiver. It's not just an effing wide receiver, y'all. It is a lot more that plays this team. So let's start from the bottom, right? When you start looking at this team, you say, okay, quarterback situation, one of the worst in the National Football League. Head coach, one of the most inexperienced head coaches in the National Football League. And listen, the guy's one of them. And like I said, I support AP to this day. I hope he turns it around, right? But the AP thing is very interesting. We got over 1,000 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted, tell a friend, and tell a friend. The AP thing is so interesting because the Antonio Pierce thing can work, but it's gonna be a very nuanced way this works. They have to bring in an offensive mind that is the equal to Patrick Graham. Now, people say the defense didn't play well, but once you're constantly getting the air let out of the offense and you lose your second best defender on a play like that, I mean, with Christian Wilkins hurting himself, I mean, what the F do you expect, man? What do we expect? My guy, Mike Downs, with the $2 smash. All that coaching experience, and we still suck. Bro, the problem is all that coaching experience is not up at the top. He's the head coach. Remember that. He is the head coach. No matter what, listen, I don't know what kind of deal they got worked out. I don't know exactly who does what inside of that building, and we're going to find out. But listen, at the end of the day, his mail needs to be read now. He's the guy that's in control. And he better realize that. He better effing realize that. My guy, VL Forever, gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships, man, making the Wasted Talent Army grow in droves, man. And we got over 1,000 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Yes, Gardner Minshew does eat boogers. Now, let's not get away from that. Let's not get away from the fact that that man was on the sideline, I mean, going crazy on this. God! Wow! What is going on here? What the F is going on here? At the end of the day, this falls on AP. Yet not once has AP accepted responsibility for any loss we've had. Not once. Because his ego is bigger than his ability to be a head coach. Top Beats, this is what I will say. I got love for you. You're my dog. But you cannot put them kind of absolutes out there as it pertains to what he's willing to do and what he's not. We don't know him personally, right? And there hasn't been a whole lot of losing so far. Now it's starting to trend in that Raider direction where we're losing and shit every week, right? So let's see how AP steps up to the plate. Let's see how he steps up to the plate here at the presser. Let's see. Let's see. I would love to see how AP steps up to the plate during the press conference, y'all. When the press conference is going, we are going to pull the press conference up, man. We're gonna pull a press conference up. Shout out to my guy Top Beach. Yo, let me get through some of these supers. We're gonna put the press conference on. Yo, we got almost 1,100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. I see a whole lot of cat on this team, Wasted. Bro, I'm not gonna disrespect these players, man. I'm not gonna disrespect these players. These guys been playing their ass off. You know, but the thing is, at the end of the day, when you have the air let out of your sails, when you have 10-0, you throw a pick like that, then Christian Wilkins goes down, and then it was just a tragedy of errors from there, man. And these guys are human beings. I can see how, you know, that momentum transmuted into a negative space. They're human beings, bro. They're human beings. Shout out to Sweet Jazz with the $10 smackaroonies. The NFL has changed. Simply throwing first-round picks at a team does not work anymore. You have to be top 3 in the draft to get a top QB. I hope Butler did not injure Wilkins after the sack. Yes, he did. He did. That's why Christian Wilkins wasn't in the game. He did injure him. And this is what I'm talking about. Playing around, screwing around, jumping on each other. These guys are fucking 280, 90 pounds, like a bunch of little kids, making all of that money doing some nonsense like that. Nonsense. Now, see, it's not the fact that we lost, it's how we lost that pisses me off. It's how we lost. Look, this is a week-to-week league. And if I'm being honest, you guys know when you start looking at this roster up and down, this roster's not one of the better rosters in the NFL. There are some great parts of this roster, but at the end of the day, you can't tell me that you guys can't look at this roster and say, man, this is dicey every single week. The only week where I felt like it wasn't kind of touch and go was against the Carolina Panthers, and look what happened. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I supported Aiden O'Connell. Everyone knows that, but I support who's ever under center for the Rays. I hope they win. I hope they win. I hope they do well. We always do that. We always support our own here, man. Shout out to my guy Crypto and a place to be. Shout out to the flying wonderful Yvette Niles with the $5 holler, man. Thank you, Yvette, for supporting the channel, keeping the lights on here at Raider Nation Unlimited. Yo, I'm Scott 24D. I'm pissed too, bro. I'm so pissed. Same old shit every season. It's our coaching staff, period. But I'm a Raider for life. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's unbelievable, man. My brother Ira Jackson coming with the $5 smackaroonie. Listening to his press conference is like listening to McDaniels on the sideline. Search. We need a real head coach. Now, guys, I need to see the whole picture. I need to, you know, and I don't mean to harken back to you know, the WWE here, but I need to let AP finish the story, right? So AP is going live now, guys. The Las Vegas Raiders right now are having their press conference. AP is going live right now, guys. We're going to bring Coach AP up really, really soon. AP will be going live. Ladies and germs. Ladies and germs, the Raiders will be going live. I just got the alert. Yo, and Hammer with the goated post-game picture, man. The Big Mike, the Mucinex loogie is out there, man. The Mucinex loogie is out there, man. Guys, I am waiting for AP to come up, so we're going to get to some more of you guys' comments. We're going to get to some more of these supers here. My guy, Rusty, AP has a learning curve. I see some improvement, but I would not mind Marvin stepping in. Marvin Lewis is no world beater either. I'm tired of the retreads. This is embarrassing. I don't want no retreads. I want for the Raiders to stay consistent and stand behind the decision that they made and help not Aiden O'Connell, but help AP be the best he can be. You know, we have to allow things to be built here. We can't destroy and rebuild everything. Now, I don't know if there's a way that they can bring in a brilliant offensive guy, right? I don't know what they can do as far as the schematics of, quality control, when they call timeouts, stuff like that, right? But for this season, right, I'm going to give Antonio Pierce to the end of the season, and we're going to recalibrate from there. If Antonio Pierce can string together 6 or 7 wins, I'm not going to fire him unless something amazing happens as far as from the coaching perspective. If, we wind up with a top pick and Ben Johnson's coming in, right? But then even that, you're restarting. I just, listen, man, call it Raider PTSD. I'm cool. I don't want to restart again. I want to improve and fix the situation we have. There's a way this can be fixed. Antonio Pierce isn't like the worst head coach in the world. But is there a lot to be desired? You damn right. The people who didn't want AP, you guys, listen, man, you guys were 100% right because, the deficiencies of Antonio Pierce as a head coach and not having the experience on the sideline is rearing its ugly head as we speak, man. King 85, my brother, with the $10 holler, man. I know no one will ever agree with me, but I was never with the Brock pick. You're a defensive team, and it worked out to where you have the pick of every defender in the draft. And you go offense again. Look, I understand, man. Hey, yo, thumbs up, subscribe. I'm crashing out. I can't tolerate it. Bro, I don't know why. Like, guys, let's be honest with ourselves here as a fan base, bro. This team has had a lot of issues over the last 20 years. This is nothing new. The thing is how do we fix this? How do the Raiders fix this? Because there's no quick fix to this. There's no quick fix. Firing somebody and all this and that, there is no quick fix. You got to find the right people in control and stay the course. The Detroit Lions did it, and look where they are. There were people calling for Campbell's head every year his first 2 to 3 years there. You got to stay the course. Does Antonio Pierce need to improve? You damn right he does. Is Luke Getsy a guy who will be around? Probably not. See, Rob, thank God you call it. I screamed at the TV when Butler pushed Wilkins down. Silly shit. I did too, bro. Armando Castillo. Brock Bowers was wide open, wasted, and Minshew missed it. And it went the other way, embarrassing pick 6. And this is what I was talking about early this morning. Ball placement, accuracy, all of those things. See, it's the difference between guys who play every day and are effective and guys who sit on the bench. It's time for Aiden O'Connell to play for the rest of the season. We've gotten past the first quarter of the season. We're going to the second quarter of the season. It's time for him to sit his ass down. Sucks for AP because we got to lose to get a QB. And it might lead to his departure. But QB is number 1 priority. I don't think you can run Antonio Pierce out of town unless this becomes a complete dumpster fire. This has to become, a putrid situation to run him out of town. I think what you got to do is you got to allow him the chance to get his quarterback. You got to allow him the chance to go out there and kind of change things in midstream. You got to allow that, man. We can't operate like we're a player or two away from competing. We're not. The roster sucks every year. Let's get picks. Fuck me. Top Beat says, then the fire is at Top Beat. Top Beats, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're right, Wasted. I'm just saying maybe he needs more input to help AP. Like I like AP. Look, bro, and this is not about me being right. This is not about this is about the Raiders for me, bro. It's about the Raiders. We all come on here. We give our opinions. Some of us have more insight than others. Some of us have more access to the organization than others. But at the end of the day, for me, as a guy who comes on here every single day and gives you guys, my view on this team, watching this team, traveling around the country, putting in the work. What I see is the lack of inconsistency over the last 25 years is rearing its ugly head every single year. We cannot continue that. Sometimes you got to live with some of your decisions, because what winds up happening with this team is we get to a certain place. We're like, oh man, we got a great offensive line, right? Then you don't resign a guy gets hurt, throw the baby out with the bathwater, you recalibrate, and then now you lose all of the progress that you made previously. We cannot have that. We're 2-3. We got to chill out here. We're 2-3. Am I pissed? Yeah. Does the loss hurt? Yeah. Does the loss look like something that really pisses me off because the way we lost? You damn right it does. But God damn it, man, we can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater, man. And I know y'all don't want to hear that now. Y'all want to hear me come on here and blow a gasket. But I'm going to be 100% real with you. We have to make sure that our next move is our best move. It has to be that way. So there are two things. Job one, quarterback. Job two, offensive mind to nurture and develop said quarterback. Job three, shoring the line up. Job four, going out there and getting another weapon for that quarterback. Don't be surprised Minshew picking boogers be a meme. Bottom line, we need a QB, and that's a fact. We go up 17-0 if Booger Minshew throws the ball of Bowers. A competent QB makes that throw 100% of the time. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. I agree. Not happy, but what's different from now than any other year? Same shit with different coaches. Let him have another year or two to build something. No more teardowns. Bodies, Getsy, but down bodies. Getsy needs to go. Yeah, he does. But he's a coordinator. That's a little bit of different, man. My guy, Topics, the reality is at least 70% of the Raider fans want an AP. Personally, I want a hardball. I predict AB will be gone after year 2. It's a possibility, Top. But at the end of the day, you're operating under the guides that Jim Harbaugh would have come here. Look, let's be for real here. You're a head coach, right? You see these two jobs. You see the Chargers, you see the Raiders. What sticks out to you about the Chargers? Chargers located the effing quarterback already, bro. They located the quarterback. They located the quarterback. So Jim Harbaugh most likely was going to take that job anyway. We didn't have a top 10 pick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a chance to go address it in the draft and get Jaden Daniels. So at this point, how can you sit up here and just play them semantics game? The team wanted it. I wasn't going to go outside of the building when Harbaugh's the only guy would have been like, all right, I get it. I understand it. Bring him in, right? But I'm not going to bring in Mark Vrabel for Antonio Pierce when that's what the Raiders were looking for. Wait, am I tripping to think that if we got the OC right and the rookie QB comes in balling like Stroud or Jaden Daniels, that we have enough to – yes, bro, you guys talk about bringing in a talented young quarterback and a great offensive mind. That is not a humongous part of winning. It's a huge, huge part of winning, bro. Huge. Crypto tells, even if AP were to go, we would still have the same problems. And that's the thing, bro. That's the thing, man. My guy, Rusty, no quick fix. Just know I'm a Raider through and through. I've been a Raider fan since 10 years old, 1970, man. Rusty, man, shout out to you, man. Thank you, man. Honestly, Wasted, I think it's the Davis family. It won't matter who we bring in. The ownership has been horrible for years. Even Al. Dude, the Davis family, I believe, has been running this team into the dirt. See, look, like I said, you can't say that, and then the reason why we are Raider fans is because of Al Davis. The reason why we are Raider fans is because of Al Davis, man. Guys, the Raider presser is live. We're gonna go to the Raider presser, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the over, 1,200 people in the chat, y'all. AP is on right now.
Ball game, got to keep playing. And we just didn't make enough plays. And obviously, penalties and turnovers killed us.
You're now rocking with the best. Wasted talent.
What are you going to do at quarterback? Will AOC be starting next week?
I don't know.
Did Wilkins hurt himself celebrating?
You are now rocking with the best.
I don't know. I just know he's dealing with a foot injury. We'll see what happens. I didn't see where the injury or whatever occurred.
AP, having been a defensive player at a high level, are you surprised at the missed tackles?
Yeah, because it's something we work on at the beginning of practice each and every day.
Damn right.
And then, we got to get guys down. We got to, grab cloth. You can punch at the ball, do all these things that we train on turnovers. But at the end of the day, if you don't put a man on the ground, now you're allowing explosives. And a couple of those explosives came on missed tackles.
A lot of them came from missed tackles.
Ball doesn't normally come down to one play, but pretty big momentum shift on the interception by Surtain. Did you kind of feel like that was one of those kicks to the stomach at all?
Well, you felt the momentum. I think we all did. But, you kept playing. You keep playing. We come in here at halftime. It's 10-13.
Unbelievable.
We felt good about what we was going to do at halftime going forward. And at the end of the day, between penalties and turnovers, we hurt ourselves today.
Graf, get the F out of here with this nonsense. Fire AP. Get out of here. Bullet head.
You mentioned the penalties. That was a good point for today. It's kind of surprising along.
Yeah, a lot of pre-snap, post-snap, special teams. I mean, we got hit all across the board.
Yeah, man. Terrible, nasty work.
Got to correct it because, we come on the road. Two things we always talk about we cannot do on the road is turn the football over in penalties. And those two things we led by a large margin, and that's not good enough.
Scheme-wise, did Denver do anything any different than what you had anticipated?
Their defense or offense?
Defense against your offense?
Okay. Yeah, who are you asking about?
Well, I was just asking about their defensive front.
Yo, y'all not rocking with the best. Wasted talent.
We did a good job running the ball. We had some explosives there.
AP is rocking.
We're moving the ball in the first quarter. It looked real good. And then as the game went on, it wasn't going our direction.
What did you see on the Gardner interception that was returned for the?
It looked like it was a high throw just from my angle. And then, we're looking at the iPads. I had to watch that one on film, but I did see a high obviously the corner jump up, so probably a high throw.
What did you feel are the positives to take away from the game?
I don't think there's any positives when you lose.
What did you see from the defense as far as maybe gas out a little bit at the end, or what did you see towards the second half?
You got to keep playing. You got to get off the field on third down. Tackling. If there's one thing I know we're probably disappointed on when live and probably gonna watch on film is the tackling. Got to do a better job getting them on the ground. Thank you guys.
All right, that was Coach AP, everybody. Coach AP with a whole lot of nothing going on right there. We got to get him on the ground. Listen, guys, we got everybody talking about fire AP, man. I'm seeing all these tweets. I'm seeing all this nonsense. The guy don't have a goddamn quarterback. He's in a tough spot with Devontae Adams wanting out. And on one hand, this would have been a great game for Antonio Pierce to reset the narrative around the Devontae Adams situation. Now this looks more dumpster fire-esque. It really does. It's very sad, man. It's just a tragedy of errors right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tragedy of errors right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my guy, Victor Foster. AP not ready. And watching this game, they read right through us. Yeah, man. It's looking that way, my brother. It is looking that way. It's looking that way. Yo, my guy, Raider OG. Wasted. Let's say we get a QB. You trust AP and Gessie to develop him? Just saying, OG. I don't trust Luke Gessie to develop him. I trust AP to develop his mindset, but not his skill set. You know what I'm saying? I trust AP to develop the mindset around the player and not the skill set. He's a rah-rah guy, but you can't go into a war with rubber bullets. That's what happened when they decided not to mortgage the farm to get a quarterback and come in here with Gardner Minshew and try to sell that to this fan base. Space Beast. Wasn't that a hold on Minshew, block of a T? Yeah, it was, but they weren't going to call it. They weren't going to do us any favors. You know that. Rusty Cody. In my heart, AP has potential to be Madden 2. We just need a QB. Madden 2 is lofty, bro. But I think he has the potential to be a good head coach. I'm not going to run this guy out of town. I think that's asinine to just run him out of here. I think it's stupid. That is one of the huge reasons why we're in a situation where I don't want to hear that. East Coast Gridiron. Oh, here this guy goes. What the F is going on here, East Coast Gridiron? Thank you for the $20 holler. Appreciate you. And your honest opinion, How was Bo Nix's performance? People not giving him his flowers. He played top 10 defenses, 3 top 10 defenses thus far, and has trash bags on that offense. Franklin dropped a beautiful pass. Your thoughts? I think Bo Nix played well. I think a lot of that is the Raiders defense, man, kind of getting the wind taken out of their sails. But Bo Nix, I can't trash Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix played pretty damn well, man. He played pretty, to me, from the naked eye. A lot of people say I think they're tripping. He played well. Another coaching change equals losing guys like Max. And that's something that you got to understand. Max is not going to sit around for that nonsense. Tags on fire, AP. Come on, bro. Minshew, career death blow with that pick 6. Yeah, Mr. Gio is looking that way to me. Shout out to the 1,300 of y'all in the room. Let me get down to the bottom, yo. Freaking everybody come in and talk about this fire AP jump. Ben Johnson. Yeah. Hey, man, look, let me ask you a question, Graf. Let me ask you a question. Who says Ben Johnson wants to come here unless we had a number 1 pick? Who says Ben Johnson leaves fucking Detroit? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. We got to build on top of this. We can't be that goddamn erratic. Come on, bro. Nah, we got to stay the course for better or worse. If AP leads us to a top 3 pick, then fire him. And then use the top 3 pick on a QB. Nah, bro. You got to support him and get him an offensive coordinator. That's what you got to do. Shout out to my guy, Anthony. Bring back, yo, you about to be unceremoniously blocked. The F is wrong with you. But, yo, all of this fire AP shit, that's asinine. Asinine. The F out of here. The F out of here. I am not firing him when we're 2-3. That's bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshitski. Graphic Red, do you want to pull up to argue with me? Would you like to pull up and argue? Because I'm game. The F is wrong with you, Graf. Yo, Ben Johnson. Ben told me we talked with Detroit Buddha, bro. No, Graf, get the F out of here. Yo, Graf. He been on the air all day, man. Look, bro. The invite is up here if you'd like to argue for 5 minutes. If you would like to argue for 5 minutes, the invite is up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Shout out to BetUS. Going over to BetUS, use YouTube 150, y'all, on your first 3 deposits. First deposit is 150% of your deposit up to $2,000. The next 2 are 125% of your first 3 deposits. Going over to BetUS, use YouTube 150. Tell them Wasted Talent sent you. Now, listen, Grab, do you want to pull up? Because let me tell you something. Wasted, get P out of here. He's only going to get worse. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. How the fuck do we know, bro? How do we know? How do we know? We don't know that. We don't know that, bro. We don't know that. Like, everybody just makes, like, bro, it is the 5th game of this season, bro. Does this loss suck? Was it nasty work? Did it look terrible today? Yeah, but we the same people who was riding. Yo, we got to stay consistent here, bro. Like, this is enough, yo. I know we mad. I know we fans, but we got to stop. We got to stop with this nonsense. Listen, let's get it back. Like, we just ranting and raving right here. Colton Miller. It might be time to pull the plug on Colton Miller, though. Colton Miller did not look great today. Jackson Powers Johnson, man, played well. I'm very happy over that pick, man. Coupon Tom did his thing. But, yo, the fire AP shit, I know it's right after the game. I know everybody's upset, but come on with that bullshit, bro. It's nonsense. It's effing nonsense. 5 games in, we're 2-3. I want to fire the head coach. Come on, bro. You need to stay the course. That's the reason why we're in the situation we're in. Last week, people talking about Jacorian Bennett's trash. Last week, everybody's saying he's one of the best players in the league. Yo, we got to stop with this. We got to stop. We got to be honest. Are the Raiders a middle of the road football team at this point? Yes. Do we need for things to go our way? Yes. Do we need to play disciplined football to win because we got a pedestrian quarterback? Yes. And do we have the ability to pull ourselves out of trouble with our offense? No, we don't. And if we make one mistake here or there, make a wrong turn, the train goes off the tracks. And that's what happened today. That's what happens when you don't locate the quarterback. That's what happens when you have a shoemaker at offensive coordinator. That's what happens when you have a patchwork offensive line. You can blame whoever you want. You can blame Mark Davis. You can blame AP. You can blame Gardner Minshew. There's enough blame to go around. But yo, this is a process. This is AP's first full season as a head coach. This is the first full season of him instituting his culture, building things. Have we had some issues? Yeah. Are there growing pains? Are we getting burnt by the inexperience by Antonio Pierce? 100%. But we were all rolling. We was all happy into that pick six. You got to trust the process. And let me tell you something. If your process is just fire Antonio Pierce after 5 fucking games this season, and I'm gonna cuss, it's retarded. It's stupid. I'm not gonna say the R word, but it's stupid. Stupid. So stupid. That's the reason why we are what we are. That's the reason why we are what we are. Every year, fire this guy, get rid of that guy, cut that guy, do this, do that. It's bullshit. How the hell you ever gonna build anything if the first time you start running into trouble, you wanna run the trains off the track? You know who I blame? Ronald Coleman. I blame me too for not blocking your ass. You about to get unceremoniously blocked, Ronald Coleman. I don't have the time for this nonsense. The F is wrong with you. Coming here with your filth. The F is wrong with you. Hold on, man. Fire AP, he choose a booger eat over AOC. It's a fact. Not surprised that Miller was beat on that pick six. I'm not surprised either. Colton Miller's arm he's not healthy right now. He's not healthy. And Colton Miller is in a situation where next year you can cut bait from him. This is a guy who you need to look at finding the heir apparent for Colton Miller and getting him on a deal on the cheap and seeing medically where Colton Miller is. Maybe that's something that you might want to red circle on free agency. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my guy, John Cushank. McRaider, my dog. You cooking on your AP tape. 100% correct. I appreciate you, man. We got over 1,400 in the room. You're wasting what your brother wasted. Top beats with the $20 bomb. Why should we allow AP to get another QB? He has absolutely nothing to do with the offense. Unlike other head coaches, he doesn't have a playboard in his hand. So why should he be given a chance with another QB? Call Ben Johnson. Bro, because for that specific reason. You can't hire a guy without a real starting quarterback, right? There are other defensive head coaches in this league. You give AP a quarterback and give him an offensive mind to develop that boy. You don't run him out of here, bro. Come on, bro. Top, you way too old and knowledgeable to view this from this prism. Come on, bro. You gotta be better than that. My guy, Rusty Cody. AP is the man, and great victories only come from great battles. Stay the course. You damn right. My guy, Marty Mayhem. Ain't no coach changing his mess overnight. Like, who the hell did y'all think Antonio Pierce was because he got y'all fired up? Who did y'all think? What did y'all think? Like, really, how long have y'all been watching this game? Just take the Raiders out the equation, right? How long have y'all been watching football? Do y'all think them standing on top of, the benches in the locker room and smoking cigars and screaming Raiders was going to be the only thing it took to turn this shit around? This what y'all thought? If you thought that, blame yourself. Blame yourself, bro. Blame your damn self. I'm serious, man. Get the F out of here. Wait, so you think we should rob Ace? Yes, I do. Because I already know what Gardner Minshew is. Gardner Minshew's shown us this year and every year he's been in the league, he's erratic. And if he doesn't have certain weapons, if he doesn't have, like even when he got the weapons, he's erratic. No, your Gardner Minshew is a backup quarterback. I would rather see Aiden O'Connell go out there, either fail or win. Either which way, right? So if he fails, then guess what? That means we're probably a bad team and we'll be drafting high. If he succeeds, then we've developed a young guy that we can think about maybe going into the future with. But to me, the risk and the ROI, the return on investment, is a lot higher on Aiden O'Connell's standpoint than it is with a Gardner Minshew. There is no return on that investment. That was a bad investment, and you don't just continue to stay the course with a bad investment as far as from a player perspective. When it comes from an organizational standpoint, you can't pull a plug on Antonio Pierce and not even a real full year of him being the head coach. Come on, bro. What the F are we talking about here? Getsy was flowing into that pick six, killed the momentum. What's your opinion on Getsy? Mr. Gio, I mean, I think Luke Getsy is capable in a sense, but I think Luke Getsy, as he's as erratic as Gardner Minshew is as a player. He's as erratic. I think there is some genius there because there's a reason he made it as far as he's made it in his career. But do I think that Luke Getsy sees the whole picture all the time? No. Do I think Luke Getsy should be on the sideline? I don't. Right? And I don't know how much of this is going Gardner Minshew. Right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm very curious to see how this team goes after a week of preparation and bringing in an Aiden O'Connell, how this offense looks with Aiden O'Connell. Because with Gardner Minshew, we talk about, them calling that play on the side of the field. You call this like, you call this rollout. You got Patrick Surtain on that side of the field. You're closely on Enzo. You should be running the football, right? But in your infinite wisdom, you feel like you should throw. You schemed Brock open. Brock was open. Maybe Pat might have made a break on the ball, but it didn't look like anybody could get to that ball if that ball was thrown properly by Aiden O'Connell. The players have to take accountability as well for the ineptitude of this offense. They got to execute. You're wasted. Can you unceremoniously block the Raiders for me, Crispin? Listen, man, I tried to, but we love this team, man. You're right, Wasted. 22 years of inconsistent. Look at the Browns. They had a QB and ran them out of town. The three most inconsistent teams during that span is us, the Browns, and the Lions. Only one has gotten their ish together, the Lions. And you know why? Because when everybody was calling for Dan Campbell and to run him out of town, they didn't. They stayed the course, and now it's paid dividends. I just got blocked for trolling the 49ers fan page. Yo, Sir 87, man. Shout out to you for doing the Lord's work for trolling the whiners. We can't get iced out at QB in 2025. We must tank. Bro, I don't believe in tanking, bro. I don't believe. I think that losing is like a stench you get on you. It's hard to get off you, right? If you lose and you're trying to win and you're going about things the right way, that ideology is going to help you when things turn around. But if you go out there to purposefully win and guys lose their confidence, now you have a complete and total rebuild. You got a knockdown. I think the Raiders are on a total rebuild. If we want to talk about from an investment property standpoint, it's not a knockdown. The Raiders are a light renovation. The house has good bones. It has windows, new HVAC system, AC's working, all of that, right? Electric is fine. Kitchen is cool. All needs a little paint, little cosmetic stuff. You can put it on the market and sell it. That's what the Raiders are at this point. The Raiders are not in a situation where they can't overcome this. Sweet Jazz, I can't get that play out of my head. We go up 17-3 if Booger Minshew throws the ball at Bowers. A competent QB makes that pass 100% of the time. You absolutely right. Sharif, Salakahan, Telesco, line of APF, Operation Anthony Lynn, bro. Nobody wants Anthony Lynn. He's not bringing Anthony Lynn in. Get the F out of here, man. Wait just a minute. Even you wasted. Call out AP with a bad game manager. Yes, I did. First bad decision was hiring Getsy. Second bad decision, starting Minshew over AOC. I blame Telesco for picking Minshew over Taylor Heineke. Year 2, AP is gone. No, Top. No. The one thing I can say is when I look at the offensive coordinator and the talent that was available at that point, they hired Cliff Kingsbury. That was what the word was. They hired Cliff Kingsbury and they had to recalibrate after he took another job. So look, at the end of the day, bro, I'm not going to sit up here and just say, oh, let's run him out of town now. And this ain't year 2, really. He was an interim coach last year. This is his first full effing year. Now, listen, if we go into next year and this is still a dumpster fire and they haven't addressed the quarterback, then all bets are off. But you got to give him this year and then next year, too. I'm sorry, bro. Jay Schilling. Sanders, listen, Sanders 2025 and overpay an OC that can develop him. Yeah. That's the only medicine and that's the only elixir to calm this down. We need a QB, wide receivers, and an OC possibly. And a head coach. No, Corleone. No. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Let me get on down here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It is toxic in here. Wasted. You think we should rob AFC? Yes, I do. Let me get all the way down. I think I read that already, man. Let me get on down here, y'all. Shout out to my guys, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to 1,300 of y'all, man. Lakeshore Way to Wasted. You got to quit being stubborn, bro. We will never get better if we don't lose out. We just need to lose out and put ourselves in the best situation to draft the superstar QB, period. Bro, if you want to root for this team to lose, you do whatever you want. Wasted is not going to ever just lay down and lose, bro. That ain't me, bro. If they lose and that's the way the cookie crumbles like today, if they lose and it's a great effort, great. I will never, ever say, yo, you should purposefully lose, bro. I'm not doing that shit, bro. That is not me, bro. That's a loser mentality. Nick Blamore. It's ridiculous to screen fire AP after 5 games with no starting QB. Top players hurt. He's not executing plays. You have to give him time to put this thing together, bro. Yeah. Listen, but I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, yo, 2 things can be correct at the same time. Has AP done the best job handling timeouts? Has his inexperience showed? You damn right it has. Hug D's. Hugs, handed timeouts, like Tic Tacs. Get your breath right, y'all. Come on, Hugs. Come on, chill, bro. Shout out to my brother in here, man. Cleaning everything up. AOC throws a much tighter ball, more zip, better accuracy. The switch should have been made prior to this game, but we won last week in spite of a weak QB performance versus the Browns. That's a fact. And winning is the great elixir. How do you bench a guy who was 2-2 and 500? Now he's under 500. Now it's justified. Indiana kid. Minshew pass without his feet set was nasty work. That's a fact. That was a fact, bro. That was a fact. Shout out to everybody in here. Right, talk about AP ain't going nowhere this year, bro. Our coaching staff is McDaniel's staff. No, it's not. Rudy the Vet Russo, my brother, in the place to be. Josh McDaniel set this team back 5 years with the DC situation. AP is a motivator of men, players, coach. Let's see if Coupon Tom could build a roster. The only person who should be fired is Mark Davis. But guess what? That's the one guy you can't fire. I'm not going to sit up here and pile on Mark Davis for him hiring people and them not doing their job well. Not right now. This ain't the time right now. Some of the things that go on with Devontae Adams and everything is something that is on the owner. Now, is this on the owner? Yeah, it is, man. It's on him because I wish he would have made proper decisions many, many eons ago. But while we're in the middle of the season, the owner and all of this and that shit is irrelevant. The guy we have at head coach is the guy we have at head coach, and that's it. That's the guy. That is the guy, man. You can blame so many people to blame, bro. Bro, I could sit up here for hours and talk about people to blame for the Raiders' follies. We're not going to do that. My guy Chuck Taylor's in a place to be, man. I believe Tay is doing us a big favor by allowing us the chance for draft capital. Sneaky take. That's not a sneaky take. That's a real take, bro. That's real. I believe that, Devontae Adams and, all of the things that are coming out in the media is something that I wish would have happened with other players on this team. Like, we have had people on this team that we knew it was a bad marriage, and we stuck it out. And I'm talking about from a player perspective, and we got nothing for them. And I don't want to see that happen with Devontae Adams. I'm sorry. I don't want to see us have to cut him because his contract is too oppressive. I want to see us get something for him. You know, and this is the thing. I told y'all, everybody talking about AP being a rah-rah guy. Just playing the role as a head coach. He has no idea what the F he's doing. D-Mac, listen, let the season play out. Listen, if, say for instance, if for the rest of the season, we don't win another football game and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, time will dictate what we do with Antonio Pierce. Time will dictate. Will I change my tune? If I look up and we've only won 2 games or something like that, yeah, I will definitely change my tune. Right? But yo, it's game 5. So what happens? We come out next week, we win next week. Y'all still gonna be saying the same thing? What happens if we win the week after that? What happens if we go into Kansas City and beat them? Y'all still gonna be singing the same song? Like, let the season play out, for God's sakes, man. We needed a veteran with the Raider mentality like Mayfield or Flacco. Sometimes with heart, no matter what. Minshew has never been that. For the tank people, losing on purpose makes you a true loser. It's a fact, bro. And Rudy Veruso, let's go Yankees. Shout out to Rudy Veruso. You damn right. Let's go Yanks, man. AFC only had 1 bad game last year. With that, 0-3 loss. Luck goes the other way. He's 6-4 playing a partial season. Same winning percentage as Carr. Bro, you got to look at last season for what it was. Last season was us playing a bunch of backup quarterbacks. Let's look at it for what it is, y'all. My guy, Mr. Cold Butter. Only a moron would have been sipping the thought of purposely losing games in hopes of getting in position to draft a player to finally help us win after purposefully losing. Only means that they're a loser in life. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, bro. Wasted it. Why is it hard for you to admit that AP sucks? It's not hard for me to admit anything, bro. I'm telling you what it is. Yo, does he have some deficiencies? You goddamn right. 100%. But is it too early in the season for me to just say, yo, this guy is, he's terrible? Like, come on, man. How much are we going to do this shit? How much are we going to do this shit, bro? How much? How many times are we going to reset in a 5-year span? You tell me, how much? How do you think that's conducive to winning? Guys are too goddamn emotional, man. Backup QBs and wide receivers, 2 rookie offensive lines. What the F y'all expect? If AP goes back to Minshew, I'll know AP doesn't have it as a head coach. It's simply my prediction that AP is going after year 2. I appreciate the prediction, and thank you, Top Beats, for supporting the channel, keeping the lights on over here, bro. Some people think by going with Minshew, we're actually tanking without looking like we're tanking. So what you're saying, starting Minshew is a gentleman's tank? Maybe, but I don't see it that way, bro. I think Aiden O'Connell might be in a situation where if they get after him, that might be a problem as well. Yo, my guy. Then this the Waste of Talent rant line post-game show. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to BetUS too. Yo, shout out to everybody in the room. We got over 1,300 in the room, man. Not giving Biasachi and Mayock a shot turned out to be a crucial move that set us back big time because it led to McDaniels. AP bringing us back will not be easy or fast. Growing pains is expected. And that's a fact. That is a fact, yo. That is a fact. Yo, it's on AOC. His system minus the true star and Q. It's on the OC. His system minus the true star and QB. Listen, I think the Luke Getsy experiment is a grand opening, grand closing thing. If anybody needs to change, if anything needs to change, it's Luke Getsy. The quarterbacks, too. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If they start guarding Minshew anymore, besides Aiden O'Connell getting knocked out of the game or looking horrendous, I'd have a humongous problem with that. And Caps Keenan got it right on the head. How about if we draft players who are great at their position and not players who could play different positions? How about that too? Every time we draft guys that are hurt. We draft guys who, when they come into the league, we try to recalibrate them and make them something that they're not. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Dolph. Yeah, that's right. We did have fun. Yo, Can't Get Right. Where the hell is Can't Get Right? Did I block? I timed him out. I didn't mean to block Can't Get Right. I got to go in there and fix that, bro, after the game, man. I'm sorry, man. Yo, Chef Big Ange, Wasted, you are one of the best at this content creator stuff, but you tripping with this AP support. This guy's not at Big Ange. My support is for the Raiders staying the course throughout the season and seeing what happens at the end of the season, bro. Like, my support is for the Raiders. I like, whether it's AP or anything, right? It's about the Raiders not being erratic. That's what the F is about. It's not just, oh, I love AP and all this other stuff. Look, bro, there have been a lot of coaches of this team, bro. A lot over my years of watching this team. I've been watching this team for 40 years, bro. I'm not going to go and throw the baby out with the bathwater in week 5, bro. It's a long season. You have 11 more weeks. 12, because it's 17 games now. Got 12 more weeks of football, bro. 12 more weeks. Let it play out. And at the end of the season, if we're 2 and freaking 15, then you almost have to fire the guy. You almost have to. We can't allow him to be 2 and, you know, like, come on, bro. This is not that bad of you as an owner, right? And as a GM, what you have to do is you have to take the whole picture into consideration, right? So it's like, all right, you're like, wait a minute. We got Crosby, we got Christian Wilkins, we got all of these guys on defense, right? We got some talent. Don't tell me we're the worst team in football. How much of these losses are on the coach? How many of these like at the end of the season? How many of these losses because, you know, he didn't punt at the right time? Has he lost the locker room? There's certain things that are behind that ideology, right? It's not like you just look at the record and you fire somebody. If they're a 7-10 football team, then you build. You continue to build if you're 7-10. And then what you do is you address the issues that are a problem. You don't just go out there and you don't just get rid of somebody in a vacuum because we're emotional and we want to see something happen. This is the reason why the Raiders are in the situation that they're in. You have to see things from a bird's eye view. You cannot continue to get rid of people because you know what's going to wind up happening. The things that make you laugh make you cry. I remember there were a lot of people who wanted Jack Del Rio gone. We got rid of Jack Del Rio. We went and got Gruden. You guys wanted that, right? And the first thing he did was get rid of Khalil Mack. And no one saw that coming. No one saw that coming. No one saw that coming. I know I didn't. Y'all got to effing relax. You got to stop flip-flopping, bro. Y'all got to relax. This flip-flopping BS makes the fan base look really bad. And that's why the media can play puppet master with our dysfunctional behavior. That's right. But the thing about it is, if I'm being honest, DeMarcus Webb, the curation of the mindset of Raider Nation comes from losing. Losing is not, it's not good, man. It's almost like being abused psychologically, man. Everybody's tired of it. They just want something to change. And the only way that Raider Nation can fix the way they feel about this is to lash out and to ask for changes. Because we know this ain't it. So I understand it, Webb. DeMarcus, I understand it, man. I get it. But I'm tired of the coaching carousel, man. And then the thing with Khalil Mack, why should Khalil Mack, you know, when that happened, why should he take a discount for the team when you pay a coach that hasn't coached in 10 years $100 million? Man, get the F out of here with that. Come on, man. We need to find some solutions, man. Wasted. Remember what happened last Halloween? Yeah, I do. I do. But I'm tired of the coaching carousels. Tired of it. Tired of the bullshit, man. Carl Johnson. We need to stop trading for superstars, develop our players, and see them become superstars. That's 100% right. We are not at the point to have no. Hey, wait, hold up, Climbino. Bro, you have been tap dancing for an hour. AP sucks, and you know I'm not tap. Who the fuck are you talking to? I don't tap dance for nobody, god damn it. Yo, I'm tap dancing, if you want to call it that, for us not being a goddamn dumpster fire again. It ain't about AP for me. It's about the fact that it's week fucking 5. It's week 5, not week 15. The F are you talking about? I mean, what the hell y'all want? Every time we lose a game, you guys want to fire a guy. You want to bring one in. Last week, you guys are talking about, oh, get rid of Devontae Adams. Now it's, oh, keep him. It's AP's fault. The fuck out of here with that. And I don't care if this thing gets demonetized. Get out of here with that bullshit. It's week 5. Wait, said I waited a few years for somebody to speak on the Gruden rehire. 100 millions gave to him before we drafted anyone. That's a fact. Getting too emotional. Divisive game. I'm about to tap dance your ass out of my chat. The F is about to happen to your ass.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
The F out of here. Shit is propaganda. Way too real. AP this season and part of next season to get things straightened out. Way too real. That's how I'm looking at it. The F out of here. Look, Raider Nation, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We need a quarterback. That's a franchise play. Let's stop the coaching change talk. We don't need to do that. We need stability. That's what we need. The best case scenario for the rest of the season, bro, is one, if you're going to get rid of Devontae Adams, right? The best case scenario is that we get a second-round pick, maybe another low-round pick, and a player that can be inserted in as a starter, right? The best case scenario is that we make the playoffs, I think, because making the playoffs, I feel like it's easier to build on success than it is to build on mediocrity and negativity. I think the thing that the Raiders are fighting, we're fighting an invisible force here. We're fighting a ghost. We're fighting something that might not be real. It is perception. Perception becomes reality. It becomes reality in the locker room. It becomes reality to the media. It becomes reality to this fan base. The perception that the Raiders are a dumpster fire and a bad team is bad. It's terrible. It's something that we can't act like doesn't exist. It's something that we can't act like every time, you know, it's like a gut punch. It's like a shot to the gut, man. It's like somebody like poking you, man, stabbing you in your heart when they talk about this team. It hurts, bro. It hurts. So for me, if you could build off of a playoff season, this is something that's more palatable. And even if you don't draft a quarterback, you go out there in free agency. Maybe you mortgage the farm. You mortgage next year's draft to get that quarterback and make the playoffs. But to me, that's the best case scenario. Winning. Winning's the best case scenario, bro. Winning. Because we love this team. We could be sitting up here arguing back and forth. We can disagree. You know, all of the content creators, all of us have different opinions. The media people all have different opinions. But the reason why I bring up the other content creators and people who love this team is we are all people who love this team. See, you know, media pundits are a little different because it's a job and they cover this team and they have to, you know, cover this team from a standpoint of being detached from it. For me, I can cover this team. I can be objective. But at the end of the day, I am all Raiders. Agent Wasted, you could tell who never plays sports. Raider Nation needs to chill out and let the season play out. Yes. Yes. The only good thing about today is watching Wasted let loose. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry, yo. AP wanted Daniels. The fan base allowed McDaniels to trick us into believing Carr was a bad QB. Guys, I don't want to go back to the DC thing because Carr, come on. I don't believe an elite play caller would make a below average QB translate into an elite offense. No, but there's a part of development too, right? And it's a part of the fact that they're listen, man, these people, they sold to us that Gardner Minshew was the guy. That's a problem. That is a problem, yo. Chef Big Ange, fire you the F out of here. Larry DM. Piss, but my butt will be in the seats next week versus Steelers. Yeah, listen, I'm not giving up. Let's see what happens next week. And guess what? There's some people, Riddick Cujo, don't you wish Carr was still? No, I don't. I don't wish he was still here. I don't. I think he's where he needs to be. And I think that we're in a situation we need to be in. We're in no man's land with a QB, right? Carr's not a superstar quarterback, bro, by no means. The Saints got the same record we got, and they're about to play the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're probably going to have the same record going forward, right? We need a superstar. I think DC was a very good quarterback, and I don't want to keep talking about Derek fucking Carr. But what I will tell you is this. We need to go out there and do the best we can to get a guy. Like, even if we go get a Jared Goff, who was a number one pick quarterback, you got to go out there and you got to do everything you can to get a QB. And if you have a guy getting paid that much, you can't improve the roster when you have a guy getting paid top 5 money as a quarterback and he's a bottom 3rd quarterback statistically. I'm sorry for cussing as much as I have this episode. I am sorry. Trade Adams to the Steelers for a second and Peyton Willis, the linebacker. They should have drafted Peyton. He was a beast. He was a true 2nd-round pick, but he dropped because of his knee. I wanted Edrin Cooper, Jenny Castillo. Yes, I did, but listen, it looks like JPJ was a correct pick. It's very, very early, but that Bama game last night by Diego Pavaca kid he's not afraid of the big moment. He's small but plays big from Vanderbilt, New Mexico State. Yeah, I'm not even. It's very, very early for all of that, man. I don't want AP fired, but I do want him to act the way he speaks. If he wants to not bite his tongue, say it louder. What his personality needs to fix is show accountability and lead. Yeah, and listen, bro. At the end of the day, AP definitely needs to fix this. There are things he needs to fix. I need for his ass to go out there and say this one's on me. I need to hear it one time. If I can give any criticism of AP, that's what I need to see, y'all. That's what I need to see. It's what the F I need to see, man. Everybody saying tank for Shador. Listen, you might not have to tank, bro. The way this shit is looking, you might not have to. Man, y'all watched a different Carr than who actually played. Carr stats were padded for playing for a team, playing from behind most 4th quarters in the year. He led the Raiders to 8 losing seasons. Nate Dogg, what's the chances we can fire Getsy right now, have more success on offense through someone else's calling book? I don't think there's a huge I don't think they're going to fire Luke Getsy now. I think that's organizational malpractice. I think right after the season, the day after the season's over, he will have to be the sacrificial lamb because the one thing that you have to do is something has to change. You can't come back here with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, even Aiden O'Connell, and the same mixture of coaches. Something has to change or heads will roll in Raider Nation. 2-3 on the season, but 2-2 in the AFC. Season isn't over, but got to turn things around ASAP. Start AOC going forward. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Shout out to my guy, Uncle A-Dot. My guy, MC Raider. AP would have sold the farm for Daniels. Yes, he would have. Listen, I don't know what needs to happen. And I'm going to say this in closing because, we're going almost an hour and a half, y'all. We got thousands of people in here, man. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, man. But whatever they do, they better sell the farm for a quarterback, man. Graf, you about to be unceremoniously blocked the F out of here with your nonsense, Graphic Raider. Bring that crap over to OLV. Don't you come in here with that crap. I'm about to call you and give you a piece of my effing mind. Effing graph. The F is wrong with you. Minshew clearly got held on that pick six that changed the whole game. He was going to make that tackle. No, I mean, listen, either way, man, he threw the pick. It is what it is. It is what it is till it ain't. It is what it is till it ain't, yo. But guys, listen, man. I'm pissed. We're going to break the game down tomorrow. We didn't do much breaking the game down. All I did was yell at the camera all day. All I did was all we did was just yell and yell and yell today, man. We're all pissed off. The rant line has been open. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is a pathetic, putrid experience right here, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But listen, let's surmise what we can from this game. Let's see what happens with Christian Wilkins. Graf say he gonna fire himself. The F out of here, man. My guy Earl Shelton. Getsy killed Minshew with that run pass play again, too. Listen, guys, bro, Gardner Minshew has been horrific this year. Even when he's played well, he's been bad, bro. I know what I'm looking at. So the rant line is off the hook. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And listen, man, when you guys are talking about the Raiders and you talk about AP, back up and live, allow this thing to continue to where it's going, man. If it's a dumpster fire at the end of the season, you got to take a few things into account. You got to take, has he developed any players? What's the tenor of the locker room? How do the star players that are left feel? Do you trust him going forward running this team? Has he made any strides and has matured as a head coach? These are all things that you definitely can't assess right now. The only thing that's certain, the only thing that is a fact is that Gardner Minshew dug for gold on the sideline. He ate his boogers live on national television. And for that and that alone, he should not be starting quarterback for the Raiders. Nasty work. This man is throwing worm burners and COVID balls. It's unbelievable, man. Even Jimmy G beat Denver. Anyone got his number? Shout out to you, yo. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. Yo, they said we might as well start Carter Bradley, man. Y'all, listen, man. Y'all throwing baloney against the wall to see him stick, man. Y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill, man. Gardner bench you. That's where he needs to be, on the damn bench. This is, we get clowning for the show with Grab. Yeah, I know, right? It's nasty work, man, but pile on. But listen, we're going to get out of here. Shout out to BetUS. This show was powered to you by BetUS. The Wasted Talent Rant Line was powered by BetUS. Go on over there, use YouTube 150 to place all your bets, all your gambling action. There's still some games going. It's Monday Night Football, the night game. Go on over there, use YouTube 150. Get 150% up to $2,000 on your first deposit and 125% up to $2,000 on your next two. Going over there to BetUS, y'all. And this has been a Wasted Talent Rant Line moment. Chef Big Angel, the way I wasted. I have to disagree with you. The Texans fired two coaches back-to-back before they landed D'Amico, Slowick, and Stroud. Listen, that is the Texans, bro. What about us? Let me ask you, what about us? What about us? How has that worked for the Raiders? How has that worked for the Raiders? It has not worked well. I got some cognitive dissonance. Climpino, the F out of here with that. The F out of here, man. But guys, you guys have a terrific night, man. For those of you who disagree with me, look, it's all good, bro. We all not going to see this thing the same way. Me, I don't feel like this is something that we need, a decision we need to make at Game 5. And no, I did not see what Crosby said about where he wants to be, bro. I didn't see that. I don't know what we're talking about. But guys, shout out to y'all. Y'all have a terrific, terrific night, man. I don't think about bringing in Russell Wilson at this point in the season, bro. I don't. I wanted to, but y'all have a terrific night. We're going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful time. We'll be rocking and rolling tomorrow, man. Like I said, this show's been powered by BetUS. We're going to get out of here, man. I'm pissed off. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. We are going to get out of here, man. Peace.